Hey, bro. Hey, you gotta get the out of my hood, bro. It's free Palestine here. You already know what it is. We against the genocide. You think you're gonna come to my neighborhood, bro?
Stop scrolling right now. You are not going to believe the absolute chaos that just erupted in the middle of this restaurant. Watch this.
It's going to be a problem. There's innocent children being killed in Palestine. You don't come here like it's good, but you're pushing that genocidal agenda as a Zionist, bro. Free Palestine! Say free Palestine right now on camera, dog. Say it. 2026. I don't need to talk about...
Wait, did you catch that? Look at the sheer intensity of this confrontation. We are seeing a public official getting completely cornered in what looks like a private dining space or a backroom event. The guy with the camera is not backing down for a single second. It's wild because you usually see these kinds of political clashes happening outside at protests, but they've brought the fight right to his dinner table. Notice how uncomfortable everyone in the background looks. They are just trying to enjoy a meal, and suddenly they are front row to a major political meltdown. The energy here is absolutely off the charts. You can see the politician trying to maintain his composure, but the pressure is immense. It really makes you wonder where the line is between public accountability and just pure harassment. We are living in a time where any public figure can be targeted like this at any moment. And honestly, it doesn't look like this camera guy has any intention of letting him leave without getting the exact answer he wants on camera.
I don't need to talk about none of that shit. I'm talking to him. This is a mission district. You should be ashamed. You have no shame come to my community. This is a mission district, homie. Free Palestine, bro. Hey, are you trying to defend him? I don't want to talk to you. I'm talking to him. Why are you not saying nothing? Why are you not saying nothing, bro? Why are you not saying nothing? Say free Palestine for the camera, dog. You say you're against the genocide, right? That's what you said? Because you're running for office? Say free Palestine then. Say free Palestine. You can put your face on camera, but you can't speak on his behalf. You're a politician, right? You're a senator. You're a position of power. This is what you thought, bro. You come to the mission district, you will get called for the shit you do to our people.
Look at the way this escalates. The person behind the camera keeps pushing and pushing. You can literally feel the tension radiating through the screen. Notice the body language of the official. He's completely frozen, probably realizing that anything he says or does is going to be clipped and blasted all over social media. It's a complete hostage situation, digitally speaking. What really stands out to me is how the people around him aren't stepping in. Everyone is just paralyzed by the sheer audacity of the confrontation. The camera operator is demanding answers about extremely sensitive geopolitical issues right in the middle of a dinner. This really highlights the new reality for politicians today. There are no off hours anymore. Every single public space is a potential battleground. The persistence is crazy. He keeps looping the same demands, refusing to let the target breathe or formulate a thought. It is the ultimate pressure cooker. Imagine trying to eat your dinner and having a phone shoved in your face while someone screams about global conflicts. Absolute modern-day madness.
Your policy, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza is terrible. I think you do not belong here. I think you do not belong here. You do not belong here, Scott, anymore. Sucks because you've been wonderful for trans people, and you've been terrible, on Gaza.
Hold on, let's rewind and see where this all started out in the park. Look at the guy trailing him on the grass. The politician is literally just trying to take a walk, maybe clear his head, and he's got this person following him relentlessly. Notice the progression of the argument here. It starts off about local housing policies and zoning laws, stuff you'd expect at a city council meeting. But then, right at the peak, it sharply pivots into international affairs and massive global conflicts. It's a total bait and switch. 1 second it's about real estate, the next it's a full-blown screaming match about foreign policy. Look at the people lounging on the grass in the background. They are just trying to enjoy a beautiful afternoon, and instead they are getting a front row seat to a political thriller. The relentless following, the aggressive finger-pointing, it's intense. It proves that no matter where these guys go, the microphone and the camera will find them. There is zero sanctuary left for anyone holding public office today.
Scott, I think your legislation on trans issues and your legislation specifically protecting queers on the sex offender registry is fantastic. Like, I really applaud you for that, and I think you deserve to be here for that. But I think your housing policy, and specifically your housing policy aligning with YIMBYs.
Let's look at the very beginning of this park encounter because the context is fascinating. Notice how the interaction actually starts somewhat civilly. The person filming is bringing up specific legislation, throwing out bill numbers, and praising certain policies. It almost sounds like a regular constituent asking a question, but watch the subtle shifts in tone. You can see the official walking briskly, trying to put distance between himself and the camera, clearly knowing this isn't going to end well. It's a classic trap. They butter you up with a compliment about a policy you passed, and the second you let your guard down, they go in for the attack. Pay attention to the surroundings. It's a completely open public space, yet it feels incredibly claustrophobic because of how tight the camera angle is kept on him. This is textbook modern activism. You film everything, you dictate the pacing, and you control the narrative. The politician is playing defense from step one, and honestly, there is no right way for him to handle it on film. All right, take a look at this graphic that flashed on the screen. This is supposedly the new policy platform, and if you pause and actually read the text, the demands are staggering. We are talking about massive, foundational changes to how the entire system operates. Look at the bullet points calling for the complete abolition of established government bodies. It's not just tweaking the rules, it's an absolute teardown of the existing structure. What's really interesting is how this type of visual messaging is used. It's bold, it's aggressive, and it's designed to be shared rapidly across social networks. The language is uncompromising. When you compare this static, calculated graphic to the chaotic street confrontations we just watched, it all clicks together. This is the blueprint, and those street-level interactions are the enforcement. It's wild to see the theory and the practice operating side by side in the same ecosystem. You really have to read between the lines here to understand the scale of what is being proposed. It is a total system reset. Finally, check out this social media post that was thrown into the mix. This is a direct response from the highest level of political opposition. Look at the phrasing used here. It's apocalyptic. The rhetoric is escalating on all sides. When you have one group proposing radical structural teardowns and the opposing side framing it as the ultimate final battle for the country, you get the exact kind of explosive street-level clashes we saw earlier. This post is essentially dumping gasoline on an already raging fire. Notice the massive engagement numbers on the bottom of the post. Tens of thousands of people are reacting and sharing this in real time. It just goes to show that the digital war is just as intense, if not more so, than the physical one. Everyone is dialed up to a 10. There is no middle ground left, no room for compromise. It is pure, unfiltered ideological warfare, and it is being broadcast directly to our phones 24 hours a day. It's a wild time to be paying attention. Make sure you hit that follow button if you want to see more crazy breakdowns like this. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.